There is an obscure, highly competitive ecosystem where micro studios fight for dominance without spending a single dollar on production. Their entire battleground is built inside Google Workspace, using 16 by 9 presentation slides. Rio's Productions operates in this space, and their strategy relies entirely on weaponizing standard presentation tools. They use the Animate button and simple fade transitions to corner and dominate rival groups. Inside this network, an internal corporate audit exposed a director named Nicholas. The log showed he forced the lead animator, Felix, to absorb massive workloads, while he provided zero compensation and took all the credit. The audit also documented a pattern of hate speech published on internal platforms targeting the studio's founder, alongside systematic intellectual property theft, where Nicholas claimed leadership over assets he never actually created. In this concentrated digital environment, a standard firing is insufficient. The immediate response was the deployment of Project Oblivion. This marked a transition from a routine employee termination to a total systemic invasion of the target's workspace. The goal was to quietly intercept and absorb his legacy. They used native Google Workspace features to consume the assets. Nicholas's administrative credentials across all studio servers were instantly severed. The project operates without a budget, relying solely on the administrative privileges found in a standard management console. The offensive phase began with the manifestation strategy, an automated process built to quietly overwrite the 905 hours of work the target had archived. A user login triggers a hidden data pipeline. When the animator logged in, a silent background sync ran. The system pulled exact millisecond timings and layer hierarchies. Rios optimized these timings by 15%, baking them into their master template. The target operated as an unwitting research and development department. He had no idea his work was being redirected into a rival archive. After absorbing the raw data, Rios had to conceal this massive influx of digital assets to avoid detection by standard tracking metrics. They bypassed Google's storage quotas by tunneling the files through custom organization units. This created an invisible ghost drive, keeping the assets active without technically appearing on the books. This layout shows how the studio engineered a vector watermark. They injected a single, transparent 1-pixel letter R into the corner of every stolen image. If the target attempted a basic right-click to save and recover his work, that hidden pixel acted as a tripwire, triggering an automatic copyright strike the moment he tried to re-upload it. By treating basic image protection as an aggressive legal landmine, Rios claimed ownership over every individual pixel. The institutional paranoia driving Project Oblivion didn't stop with exiled enemies. The studio applied the same surveillance to their own allies. This organizational chart shows glowing surveillance nodes attached to the Google Workspace accounts of trusted co-founders. If an outgoing email contained trigger words like apax or job offer, it was intercepted and rerouted to the CEO's outbox for a 24-hour quarantine. True control in this ecosystem means treating your closest collaborators with a zero-trust architecture. Brand purity takes priority over privacy. The entire operation was anchored at the absolute pinnacle of the administrative hierarchy by a final failsafe known as the 13th user. This was a nameless, secure super admin account designed to function exclusively as a dead man switch. If the CEO remained inactive for 30 days, the switch triggered. It immediately revoked all access permissions and disabled the entire domain. As the studio locked down its borders, the target was expected to sit at his desk, repeatedly refreshing a blank page and blaming Google Drive glitches for his isolation. This project shows that taking over a digital archive and establishing an internal surveillance state doesn't require advanced hacking tools. It just takes a weaponized understanding of mundane cloud software.